welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jasmine Taylor, and today I'm going to show you a soft glam makeup tutorial. This is something that you can wear for an everyday look, a date night, or have an elegant look in general. So let's get into it. All right, girlies. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to wash your face, and then you're going to moisturize your face with whatever moisturizer you use. You're going to want to let that sit and not put your foundation right on top. Let it sit for a little bit. I already did my brows because I just found out it's so hard to do my brows on camera. If you want a tutorial on how I do my brows, let me know. So we're gonna start off with primer. This is the Emberlose primer. Just gonna put a little bit of that on my face. You're gonna make sure you wanna get the under eyes really good. And then I usually just go up here with just a little bit. Make sure that it's all rubbed in. And my skin has come a long way. I'm breaking out a little bit, but it's okay. All right, and then we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. And don't put the foundation on right after a primer. So I usually take like a fan and just go like this over my face. And I put these little clips in my hair so that my hair won't get on my makeup. Or if you have like a little band, you can just pull your hair back. So then what I like to do is I like to go in with a color corrector. And this one is an HD color corrector by True Complex. And just put it where I have I have a lot of acne right here. I've been doing micro needling, so my face has been really clearing up a lot. So I'm very proud of that. I'm trying to like look in the mirror and in the camera. I give it out to the girlies because this is not easy. This is not easy. So I have this little mole here. Sometimes I like it to show in my makeup, but I'm just gonna cover it up just a little bit. Yeah. I have just a little bit here. And then you just go in wherever your dark spots are. Get any brush that you have. I usually use the brush that I don't use for anything else, just this. I like to just dab it in wherever it is. So dab it, dab it, dab it. Dab it. And this just helps to cover those dark spots that you have, hyperpigmentation on it. Okay. Have that sit as well. Fan it, whatever you want. You can let it sit. If you don't have a fan, just let it air dry. Just a little bit. And we are going to go in with foundation. You can use any foundation that is your color. Make sure it matches your skin color. What I use is Fenty Beauty. This one is Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint in the number 17. So what I do is shake it up a little bit. I take it and I just put, it just depends on how full coverage you want, but I don't use that much. Okay. And I put some in my forehead, on my cheeks, on my nose, and on my chin. I'll go in with my foundation brush. And I'm gonna smooth all that out. I don't like getting under the eyes because I don't want any extra creasing. So I like to go around the under eyes. I don't want foundation really under my eyes because I tend to crease more if I have foundation, concealer, all of that under my eyes, so I don't really like to go under my eyes with the foundation. And then you want to make sure you get your neck as well, because we want to be blended. After I smoothed out the foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass concealer. And this one is in Flax 8. Okay, so I like to put a little bit here, and then I'm gonna go a little bit here. I'm gonna go here, and then here, and then some here. Okay, and I like to go in here with my nose and then do a little line here. I'm going to let that sit. Take my fan again. I'll take my beauty blender. It's preferably to damp it just a little bit with a little water. And then I'm gonna go in and blend. My skin was doing so well. I don't know what happened. The other day, I just started breaking out. I'm like, what is going on? But I'm excited to do another round of microneedling, because it really has been helping my dark spots and smoothing my face out. And I don't like to blend a lot, but you don't want to look crazy either. So I take the under eyes and I try to push it down and push it towards the corners. And you want to make sure you get this really blended up under here, because you don't want to crease. And I learned that I crease a lot if I have too much product under my eye, and that's why I don't like putting foundation under my eye. Okay, we're going to do the other side and push that towards the corner. You don't want it to just sit under the eyes. You want to push it down. Okay. And then I take the excess concealer and just go above my lip. Cleaner. Make sure I get in between. Make sure it's all blended, but at this point you don't want to look too blended. You want to look like it's not blended in the cheeks and stuff. So you're gonna look a little crazy here. It's not blended, but that's okay. That's okay. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go in with, I use Rare Beauty. I usually use Hourglass, but I ran out for my contour, but I just had this, so I'm like, I'll use it. So which is not bad. I like the Rare Beauty. This is Always Sunny. I like to go here, put a little here, put a little here. Some lined up to contour my nose. I want to do some above where my eyeshadow goes, and I want to make this as my eyeshadow. I don't really use a lot of like eyeshadow, so I make this bronzer stick as my eyeshadow. So I put it above my eyelid, and then of course contour your cheek, and then I like to go in contour my jawline as well, just a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same as the concealer, but I'm gonna take the other end of my brush, which this was my foundation brush. This is gonna be my concealer brush. I mean, this is gonna be my contour brush. So it has like a 2-in thing. And so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna dab it into my skin. not rub. I'm gonna dab it into my skin. And then we're gonna do the other side. And I like to go over my hairline as well. So dab it, dab it, dab it. Blend, girl, blend. Blend, yes, blend. Okay. It tickles my nose when I do that. Okay, and then for my eyelid, I'm gonna go in with a different brush. And I'm going to blend that like as if it was my eyeshadow. And this part I really want to blend because I don't know, I just don't like a lot of product over my eye. It tends to crease a lot. So I really want to make sure I'm blending over that eye. Okay, so now we're looking good. We're looking, so this is the part that is really tedious. You want to make sure you have no creases when you do this part. So I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it's going to be my setting powder. I usually just use the translucent. And then I'm gonna take a, what is this called? A puffer. It's kind of like a beauty blender, but it's kind of like more like triangle. And so we really wanna make sure that this is blended under our eyes and everywhere. So I'm creasing just a little bit. So I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and I'm going to make sure that is seamless. Very seamless, because once you put that setting powder under there, it's gonna set whatever, however it was like. So if it's creased, that's how it's gonna set. So you wanna make sure it's seamless, smooth under those eyes. So we take a little dab, and then I usually just dab it on the back of my hand. And then we're gonna go, I'm gonna look in the mirror and do this because, and we're gonna press it in. Press it in to the skin, all that product. And if you need to take more, because we wanna look like a filter. And pull it out towards the end, towards the cheek area. Go down, okay? And then what I want to do, this is just smoothing it all out. So you don't need as much product doing this. You don't need as much powder because I'm going to go in and dab it. I'm going to dab it and then I'm not going to put it on the back of my hand this time. I'm just going to go right up under my crease and dab. So it'll look like this. And you're going to let that sit. So I'm gonna do the other side. And you're gonna make sure, even if you need to take another beauty blender, make sure that is creased. Make sure, don't make sure it's creased. Make sure it is seamless before you go. And with the powder, okay? So you go in with the powder, you smooth it out the first time. Smooth it all the way out towards the edge. All the way. Smooth it, get those cheeks, get near that crease of that nose. And then the second time you're gonna go in, you're not gonna dab it on the back of your hand, you're just gonna dab it under the eye, like that. Leave it there. Now, you're gonna take, I usually don't dip again, I usually just take whatever is left on my sponge and I'm gonna go in I'm gonna go in and just use the excess and dab the areas that I crease the most. So like my smile lines, I crease a lot there. And then I like to contour my cheeks a little bit. So we're gonna go in and contour those cheeks. I usually look like this. You know? Oh, and it just snatches like, yes, honey. Okay, and then you could dip it a little bit more, but not a lot on this. So I go in with my forehead because I don't want it to look too matte. I'm a dry skin girly, so I like the oily look, you know, the glossy skin look. And so to do the above my eyes, I usually take my, I can't even think right now. I got so excited about those cheekbones. Okay, so you take this brush again that I use for the contour over my eyes, and you're gonna dip it in the powder. Dip it in the powder. Shake it off and go back in with the powder over your eyes. And you want to make sure that's seamless, not creasing. Do it again for the other eye. Make sure it's seamless, not creasing. The two areas I really want to make sure is under my eyes and over my eyelids. I feel like people lack over the eyelids because throughout the night, it just creases a lot. So yes, and then I want to take a little bit from the sponge and I want to do my nose. Okay. All right. So we are letting that sit because that is the point where we really don't want that creasing. So we really want to make sure that sits on there. Okay. And then after it sits, we're going to take this sponge again, this puffer, whatever it's called, and we're going to, I usually look like this. I raise my eyebrows like, and I look crazy too, so I like it to stretch it, you know? And push that product in. Push it in, push it in. Same side, do the same thing for the other side. Push that product into your skin. Softly, not hard, because it's a soft glam, so you gotta be soft in order for it to look soft. And you want to get into those creases of that nose because that's where you crease a lot. Crease it on the nose. Okay, so now we look good. We look blended out. What I do want to do, you can do this step, you don't have to. I just want to add just a little more bronzer because after I put the powder, it tends to lighten me up. So I want to put that bronzer back into my skin. So I'm gonna take, this is NARS, what is this called? This is number 4, and this is a bronzing powder from NARS. NARS is so good, oh my goodness, y'all. The two products I don't play about is Hourglass and NARS. They will get you right, okay? Put it around my hairline because we want to just put some more contour back into our skin after we put some powder on. Okay, just back into those areas of the cheekbone, the hairline, and I do just a little bit on the nose. Okay, and then a little bit back into that chin area, jawline, just to contour it a little bit. Yes, so we're looking good. We're looking flawless. I also want to take my same brush I use for my eyelids, dap it into it, and put some over my eyelids. Okay. I don't use, if I go to a special event, then I'm going to use eyeshadow, but I like the natural look. But I still like to look glam you know, but eyeshadow, I have to learn how to do eyeshadow, you know. Favorite thing in 2025 going into 2026, we love a blush on our cheeks. I'm obsessed with blush. Sometimes I'm like, do I have too much on? Blushes that I can go with, but every time I'm like, which one should I use today? Which one should I use today? And I'm like, I don't know, which blush? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with, let's just do Rare Beauty. We love our girl Selena, you know, shout out to Rare Beauty, okay? I'm gonna go in with our blush brush, and we're just gonna dab that in around the eyes, and then you can move your way to the cheeks and around the eyes. See, I don't even think that's enough. I don't even think that's enough, honey. Okay, then what really makes it pop, that one's good, but what really makes it pop is this NARS. So I like to go in with a cream blush, and then I like to go in with a powder blush. So this is the NARS. This is Teased by NARS. And we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna use a different brush for the powder, not the same. So this is gonna be my cream brush, and then this is gonna be my powder blush brush. So we're gonna dab it, and this is what really makes it come to life. This is what, it's like, yes, girl. It's like I'm a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world. So this really makes it come like, yeah, I think it could go towards the cheeks area. You know. Okay. Okay. That's fine. And then if I have too much, I'll just go like this and then smooth it out. Smooth out those fine lines with your powder puff. Okay, so we got our blush. We have everything going right now. You might look a little crazy because we haven't did our lashes, okay? So for my lashes, I usually go in with lash clusters. I used to wear strip lashes, but now we are leveling up, you know? And then it comes with this like bond. It's like a bond glue, and then it's like a seal. And you can get these off Amazon. So I go in with my bond, and I gotta look in the mirror for this because these little hairs are bothering me. So you go over it like it's mascara, and it has like a little mascara tip, but it's really glue on it. And we want, my lashes have been falling out because I haven't been taking these clusters off properly. I just snatch them and then they end up falling out, you know? Okay, and then we're gonna go this side, do the same thing. I go in with our lash clusters, and it comes with this like tweezer. So we're gonna pick up our lash cluster. It has like 10 mm, 12 mm, 14 mm, 16 mm. So with the outer corner, I'm gonna do a 14. Hopefully I can do this on camera because I be all up in the mirror like. So let's see. And then you put it on the back of the lash. You hold it there a little bit, okay? And then we're gonna go in with a 16. So I like to do the smallest one at the edge, and then 16, which is like a much bigger. And then we'll do that in the middle. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna do another 16. Oh, See, I'm telling you, it gets tricky. You gotta have steady hands. Okay, we're getting there. And then I'm gonna go in with a 10 mm, so with a small one. So we're gonna go back to really, really small in the corner. This one is like a hit or miss. Okay, whew, we got it. Okay, then you're gonna take the end of the tweezers and we're going to put my lashes and the clusters together in between the tweezers. We're gonna clamp them down. But be careful not to take the lash off. So we're going to clamp it together. Clamp it together so that they stay. And then I'm gonna go in with the seal. So it's like one end of the stick is the glue, and then the other end you twist, and it's a seal. So we're gonna go in and seal it together. So you take this little, it's like a little ball on the end, and you just put it at the very tip of the lashes and rub it together. And dip it some more if you need more. Rub it. Okay. Or you can rub it like it's like mascara too. I don't really like it. It gets like, it starts looking too clunky. So I don't do it there. I just do it up on the tips. Okay. And then I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so I have both of them done. And see the lashes, they put together your whole makeup look. I really believe that if you want to go for, like, I love lashes because I just feel like they complete my look. I feel like without lashes I kind of look like sleepy or like tired. So lashes just brighten up my eyes. And then what I want to do is I want to go up under my eyes with an eyeliner, and this one is the One Size, and this is Lip Snatcher. It's really like a lip liner, but I use it under my eyes. And I look crazy because I might. So we want to put it under there just a little bit so it won't look powdery. You know, you want to bring that darkness back under your eyes. And mascara. Mascara, where are you? Where are you? Oh, got it. This is just a mascara that I have. I think I got it from Sephora as a gift. And it's like little mini. I'm just gonna go under the eye with it just a little bit. Just a little bit. So after we do that, we want to go in with our setting spray. I use One Size. You can use One Size. You can use e.l.f. So I'm going to go in with both. Just a little bit. Ooh. Okay, and then One Size. Okay. Ooh. Okay. But what I do want to say is don't be like me because wait until your mascara dries before you put on because it can leak, you know, but it's like I've been doing it so long that it's like just do it. Okay, so be mindful of that. You don't want the mascara leaking with the wetness of the setting spray. Okay, so we're gonna go in and do a little lippy. So I'm gonna go in with the Art Color Pencil. As you can see, it's almost done because I love it. And this is gonna be Limitless Brown 608. So I'm gonna go in and do my lips, line my lips up with it. Okay. Line my lip. Make sure it is really lined. Sometimes I like to overline it, you know, but yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna go in with this in between my lip liner. Okay. And then I want to take the same brand, but this color is Catwalking. So I mix them together and I go on this. Okay. And it just gives you a nice little nude lip. Yeah. And if you want to, you can add a little to gloss it up. If you don't really like the lipstick look, you can go in with NYX. This is the butter gloss. This is in the color Fortune Cookie. And I just take it and put it in between to make it glossy a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I do my little soft glam. Oh, and then also, if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can take, I have this, I believe it's Fenty Beauty. Let me see, is it Fenty Beauty? I had this so long, it doesn't say the brand, but I think it's Fenty Beauty. Yes, it's Fenty. Yes, it's Fenty Beauty. And this is just like kind of a highlighter. It's like a little highlighter thing. And you can use just a little brush. And I use like a little brush. Go in and just kind of like highlight my nose a little bit with a little highlight shimmer, a little shimmer. And you could do the cheek area as well. And yeah. So yeah. Right, and that's it. A soft glam that is natural, fresh, and just elegant. You know, you can wear this for date night, an everyday look. Yeah, so if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to put in the comments some other videos you would like to see from me. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next video.